Hey, yo, what up guys, it's Kuroki, and this was just going to be an update video to my previous one from like toward the end of last year that I got heavily sidetracked on between the DC seasonals, the anniversary event, Final Fantasy housing, updated gear and shit. Like, there was the ranking season from fucking Firmament that I was going crazy on. I got a second Saint of the Firmament, which for those that don't know means that I was a top 10 gatherer crafter on my world. I previously got it on Jenova for gathering during season 2, I think it was, and then for season 3 I got it on my Emma Silk all on Siren for gathering as well. And Crappy Heels, who also plays Final Fantasy, he managed to get Saint of the Firmament for gathering as well on Jenova. So yeah, I've been crazy fucking busy in that regard. But long story short, it's been a, depending on how you want to look at it, around a 500 to 600 what's the name of it, Gil project of mine to go through and to make a roleplay venue complex for Final Fantasy 14, which has been 5 houses that I've been able to get since the start. And just to put things into perspective, originally it started off with 4 small houses, which was 3 mil each, so that started off as 12 million. Then I had 3 houses that I upgraded to mediums that costed me 150 million in order to get that. One of those houses actually demoed by accident, and I ended up having to get that medium back. That was sold to me as an FC, and that costed me 70 million in order to get that. And what's the name of it, and then that was back to 3 mediums and a, what's the name of it, 3 mediums and the, how can I put this, 3 mediums and the small. And then whenever I went through and got my Adamantoise large, that was sold to me as an FC. That was another 250 mil. And then I upgraded my last small to a, what's the name of it, I upgraded that to a medium, and that was another 50 million. So all of that alone is roughly 70 plus 300. Yeah, that was around 530 million gil just to go through and do that. And then I've spent anywhere between 10 to 15 million decorating the main 4 that I have. Technically the 5th one I've spent a good amount of gil on. I mean, overall it would be safe to say I've spent 50 million decorating the interiors of each of them. It's not including the exteriors, which I have general purpose dyes on. You can technically see my medium, my personal medium on Jenova behind me. But that has general whites. Some of my others have general blacks, which are 400,000 each, plus the outside items that can sometimes cost several hundred thousand. But easily speaking, I've broken 600 million, 500, 600 million on fucking housing since the last time I've made that video. And so I figured I'd go through and actually show you guys all of my houses that I've been working on. My last Siren medium is technically a work in progress. It's only decorated right now based off of a theme that I needed. But I'll be taking certain elements of it and carrying it over to the final design. The 5 buildings will be a speakeasy, a safe for work speakeasy, not safe for work bar/brothel, safe for work and not safe for work hot spa / bathhouse. There will be my personal, which is up here, is a private theater for bar concerts, which for those that don't know, there is a power set inside of this game that basically allows people to play music, and so you get several of them. You have drums, flutes, harps, a bunch of shit. There's like 20 plus different fucking instruments. But I can actually just show this really fucking quick, just for those that don't have fucking BARD or just don't play this game in general. It's like there's a lot of fucking different ones, and so people actually host concerts. So my private one My personal will be used just to host personal ones for the, sorry, not personal ones, private ones for the venue complex. And then the Siren medium one that I'm still working on will be the photography studio, which will have a shitload of private chambers decorated for different themes and taking pictures, because photography is a big ass thing inside of Final Fantasy. Like, that is a ridiculously fucking big market and high demand. But with further ado, I figured I'd go ahead and start showing my yards and stuff. Probably just gonna clip slash montage it with some what's the name of it, with some PSN music, and also go through and just show some of the, I guess you could say, most important timings of the day. I won't have every single showing of lighting during the day, but all of the most important ones that I care to show in order to give people an idea of what it looks like. I do technically have inside of here, but as a side note, these fireplaces technically light up. Most of the time I don't have them lit, but it's like, it looks like it's there if I ever have to move for it. But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and head inside and start the video. As a side note, these retainers will be dressed up as seen as later. For anybody that does know the lore or whatever, these will look different. I just haven't gotten around to farming content, just as a heads up. And if you're wondering where these pillars are from, these are from the Mog Station. Each of these actually costed $5 each, so literally that's like $40 just spent on my yard, not including the in-game cash for everything else. But just saying that as a heads up, because technically these pillars look really fucking nice, and I've been asked by like 2 or 3 people already where they came from.